Hi, this is Jack Stanley, and it's a noisy day here in Chicago. The jackhammers are going to town on the street, and things are being torn apart, and they're building new things, and so noise is part of the equation. Well, it's the city, it's the way it is. But you know something? In amongst the rabble and noise, I want to talk about imagination. Because imagination is a very important thing, really is. And you know something? Imagination is being robbed from us because there's so few things to give us that opportunity, that joy, that fun, that excitement that is truly imagination. Now, you know, here's a book. And books are becoming a rare commodity today. I hate to say it, but it's true. Of course, we have Kindles and things like that, but a lot of times people don't want to read at all. And they're much more concerned with watching something on the computer or whatever. But you know something? I like to get the feeling and the excitement of reading. And like this book. It's a very old book. This is from The Elements of Logic. It's from 1783. And fascinating book. And it had once been in the library of Cooper Union, where Abraham Lincoln spoke. Kind of interesting to think of that. And so this book has been around for a while. It was printed in London and ended up at Cooper Union in New York. And then in later years, it was removed from the library and then put into a bookstore where I found it. And that was like 30 years ago. But here's the interesting thing. When I read this book, my mind takes off. The imagination, the excitement of what I've just read, even thinking of where the book was printed and thinking of Cooper Union, thinking of Lincoln, thinking of who was near this book. This is what we should instill in kids today, is the wonderful field of imagination. I used to do a thing when I used to teach. I had a whole class I did on imagination. Imagination and technology and how to use things. And what we used to do, we used to recreate Jack Benny's vault. And that was on the radio. And you had about 10 minutes of going through the vault, finally to reach the safe where he had everything. And so I taught all my kids to recreate that. And we did a whole big show and recorded it and made fun because we used our imaginations. We had a lot of fun. And I think those kids, for the rest of their lives, will remember that and hopefully will use that imagination. Imagination should be a part of every day of your life. And you know something? If you read, it's pure imagination. If you listen to the radio, it's pure imagination. Of course, the computer, of course, television kind of robs you of that. Because radio used to be theater of the mind. But books are still that. And I will read, and I love to read, and I love to explore intellectually various new things that I have never seen before, and read books that were printed hundreds of years ago. And then just imagine what it was like where that book was printed. And if I went down the street, how would it look? Think of all these wonderful things you can think of. Entertain yourself. Broaden these wonderful horizons within your mind. So as I sit and try to talk to you amidst the jackhammers, use your imagination. And just think of them as fluttering noises. And think of them as something unique and unusual. And maybe use your imagination and come up with ideas what to do and play with the jackhammers themselves. I can think of Thumper in Bambi. Yeah, whatever. You know, the thing is, use your imagination. Don't let it die. And, you know, there was that wonderful song from an operetta by Victor Herbert called Toyland. Toyland, Toyland, beautiful girl and boy land. Once you leave its portals, you may never return again. And my advice is, never leave those portals, because leave a little bit of the child within you. Because it's the child within you that'll save you as you get older. Because you need that childish imagination, that childish sense of wonder, that childish kind of, thought process. It makes things more fun. And we have a habit when we get older that we don't look at things in a fun way. So this is what I had to say. Think about this and work on your own inner child. Have a great day and don't stop imagining. And learn how to play within your own mind. And learn how to take wonderful things all around you and make them even more fantastic. Thank you.